Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is something that I really enjoy and I really love. And I'm constantly learning new things and constantly learning how to breastfeed, because to me breastfeeding is a learning experience every single day, no matter how long you're breastfeeding. I'm constantly learning new tricks, new things that work for me, work for my baby, things that make it easier, the list goes on. And now, disclaimer, this is my personal advice or my personal opinion on breastfeeding. There's millions of women who do it differently. There's might be some that do it the same, so I'm not saying this is the right way or this is what you should do. But this is what has got me by through almost 5 months of breastfeeding. I first to say you need to invest in a good boppy. This boppy I don't use very often because when I breastfeed my daughter, I generally lay down or I cradle her. But sometimes when I want 2 hands, I just pop this around my waist or my torso and I lay her right here. Sometimes I do this way if she's not liking laying forward, because sometimes she doesn't. Or I'll lay her like the football hold, and I have her head right here in my hand. And it's really comfortable for me, and it's also really comfortable for her. I got this at Target. I think it was like $50. I really can't remember how much this was, but it helped a lot. And my daughter uses tummy time on it. She likes to just sit in there. But yes, I say invest in a good boppy. It'll save you, especially in the first few months of breastfeeding when you really don't know what you're doing and you really don't know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. This will come in handy. Another thing I say invest in is a good quality pump. This is my second pump. The first pump I got was a Advent twin electric pump, and I loved that pump. It had a memory button, so I could just pump for like 5 or 6 seconds and press the button and it would mimic what I was doing, and I loved it. Unfortunately, it got a short in it or something and it just went haywire and it was like squeezing my nipples. It was just a mess. So my manager, actually, her daughter-in-law just had a baby and breastfeeding didn't work out for her, unfortunately, and she had this pump she never used, and it's a Medela. It's the Back in Style, I believe. I think that's what it's called. This is where the pump is located. You put the 2 cords in there, tubes in there, and this is the knob, and this is a letdown button. I love the letdown button because when you turn on, it's not automatically pumping. It's slowly bringing out your nipples, and then after about 2 minutes, it goes, like a normal pump would. On the inside, it's just storage of my pump and my fenugreek, which I'm about to talk about. But yes, invest in a good quality pump. Even if you're exclusively breastfeeding and a stay-at-home mom, it's always nice to have extra milk in the house for anyone to watch her, for you and your significant other to do something, or if you need to go and someone needs to watch the baby, they can feed the child at home. I love having extra milk. I pump every single morning, even on my days off, just to build a stock in the freezer. But fenugreek is another thing that I take almost daily. I haven't taken it in a couple days. Fenugreek has really helped me because when I went back to work, my supply didn't plummet, but it took a dip because I wasn't with my daughter 24/7 like I was for the first 8 weeks of her life. And I've kept up with my supply fairly well using the fenugreek. I take 3 every single meal, so I take about 9 a day. And it is true, when you do take fenugreek, you will smell like maple. I smell like maple syrup everywhere. My body odor smells like maple. My skin smells like maple. Everything smells like maple. I don't think my boyfriend minds too bad, but he always calls me his maple girl. I got this at Walmart for about it was about $4.86. I think it was about $4.86 for 100 capsules. I think we did the math. I think you'll go through like 3 weeks or about 4 weeks in one bottle, and that's not a whole lot, especially for $4. Well, to me, especially if you're taking 9 a day. But yes, you should invest in fenugreek just to have it as a backup. Some people don't have supply issues and they can just exclusively breastfeed with no type of herbs or teas or anything. But for me, I had to do this. Now, I think I do want to take mother's milk tea. I haven't came across it here recently. I know it will help my supply a lot. Yeah, I would love to take that. And if I do, I will definitely do a video on what it's done for me. So yes, invest in some fenugreek if you feel like your baby's not getting enough. And most of the time, most women do feel like their baby's not getting enough because you're not seeing what goes in them. And sometimes the baby would get fussy and you know, they're not wanting to eat or latch, and you're just like freaking out because you feel like you're not producing enough. And I often find that some of the girls that I interact with when they're new moms and new to breastfeeding, they automatically think, oh my gosh, I'm not making enough. I read somewhere that, you know, most of the time you are making enough. You just might not be doing something right. Granted, sometimes that is the case, but you should always take the extra steps to just make sure you're not making enough before stopping breastfeeding. One of the main things that I know that some women do is they think that they're not making enough, so they automatically go and supplement. If your baby is peeing at least 6 to 8 times and having at least 1 to 2 poopy diapers a day, you are making enough. I've learned that even if Aaliyah is fussing, it might just be gas, she might just be tired, she might just be frustrated. This happened when Aaliyah was about a month old or so, when I was just getting used to breastfeeding. What Richard would have helped me do is he would bring her to my breast for me because I just had a problem trying to get my nipple in her mouth the right way, in the most comfortable way. And thank God for Richard because he was in the hospital with me when the lactation consultant came in, and he was there watching the lactation consultant help me out with bringing the baby to breast and making sure my nipple fits in her mouth and her mouth opens up to a big O, and she searches for it, and you know, I touch my nipple with her chin, on her chin and her nose, and he just, you know, he always helped me in the first 6 to 8 weeks bringing her to the nipple. Another thing he has helped me with is staying calm. When you stay calm with your baby, when you're just learning to breastfeed, your baby will be calm. Granted, it's really hard to stay calm when your baby is really upset and frustrated. You get upset and frustrated, and then they get more upset and frustrated. You always have to be in a calm setting. I make sure, sometimes when I first started breastfeeding, I made sure the whole room was quiet and dim. And I would just breathe and just bring the baby to me, and it helped me tremendously. Because happy mommy means happy baby. If you're not happy, your baby's not going to be happy. And with breastfeeding, since they're so close to you, they can sense when you're upset, and they can sense when you're not comfortable, and that makes them uncomfortable. So I always suggest to just make sure you stay calm. Also, I never use any nipple creams or lanolin. I never liked the feeling of rubbing my raw areolas with any types of sticky cream. It just never felt good to me, and it never made my nipples feel any different. So what I would do was express some breast milk, rub it over my nipple, and I'd let it air dry. That helps. And I also heard olive oil helps. Extra virgin olive oil helps your nipples. It's not sticky, and it moisturizes your nipple. I love breastfeeding. I hope to become a lactation consultant here recently. I have I just felt the need to help other women breastfeeding. I'm on a group on Baby Bump, and I have a group called Breastfeeding Moms 101. If you're going to be a new mom, you should download the app Baby Bump and join my group. If you have any questions, comment down below or message me privately. If I've missed anything or if you have any questions about breastfeeding, you can always shoot me a message. I love breastfeeding. I hope to do extended breastfeeding. I'm still not sure for how long or how long after a year that I want to breastfeed, but I know I want to breastfeed for quite a while. It's good to breastfeed over 2 years, they say, for the baby to get all the benefits that breast milk has, and for mom too, because breastfeeding doesn't only help your baby, but it helps you as well. And another fun fact about breastfeeding, breast milk is made of 88% water. And that's another thing that you need to do when you're breastfeeding is drink a lot of water. Whenever we go to the store, we're always buying bottled water and you get super thirsty when you're breastfeeding. And when you become thirsty, it's also a sign that you're going to become dehydrated. So it's always good to drink a lot of water. I also sometimes drink a Gatorade in between the bottles of water that I drink because I'm not a water fan at all. So, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you like it. If I left anything out or if you want me to add anything in for another future breastfeeding video, comment down below or shoot me a message. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys later. Bye.